Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where I not only tell you what's going on in the gun world, but I also tell you how we're going to work together to fix it. Today, I'm going to walk you through what a sitting Republican from Texas said about the Second Amendment. Here's a hint. Maybe we should abolish it. Maybe we should abolish freedom of speech. Maybe we should abolish freedom of assembly. And the key thing that he was focusing on is going to be interesting because it aligns with something we've been talking about on this channel. It's not what's in the hand, it's what's in the heart and in the mind. Everything is going to be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one in the comments field. Now I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor, SDI, and then we are going to hit it on the other side. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to modify and upgrade your own guns. And if you're looking to take a hobby into a career, Sonoran Desert Institute can help. Their online programs cover everything from ballistics, gunsmithing, woodworking and finishes, shooting sports management, and more. Plus, all the tools and materials are shipped directly to your door. There's never been a better time to turn a hobby into a career, so what are you waiting for? There's a link in the description box below, and thank you so much to SDI for making this content possible. All right, my brothers and sisters, as I mentioned in the introduction, we are going to talk about something that Louie Ghomert said, a sitting Republican representative from Texas. He is a staunch Second Amendment supporter, so why would he say we're going to have to get rid of the Second Amendment? Freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. It has to do with morality. This is incredibly important. Again, everything's been linked in the description box below. If you like this content, if you like this message, please consider giving us a subscription to the channel and like this video so it can go as far as possibly can. Thank you so much in advance for your consideration, but now let's get into it because we've got to tie our founding fathers to what Louie Ghomert just said and make the entire thing gel together. Check this out. This is the article that really caught my attention. Ghomert, without a change to how children are taught, we're going to have to get rid of the Second Amendment. Now, that kind of caught my attention naturally because this channel is all about passing the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. What would Louie Ghomert be hitting on? Again, a staunch advocate of the Second Amendment. Well, we're going to get back to Louie in a second. The first thing I'm going to take you through is what our founding fathers said about the exact same thing. The people who started this nation, set it on its course, and have made it into one of the most powerful forces for freedom in the entire history of the world. I digress. Let's keep going. George Washington said, quote, "Virtue or morality is a necessary spring of popular government, and human rights can only be assured among a virtuous people." Okay? What about Benny Franklin? "Only a virtuous people are capable of freedom." Are we striking any bells with our current morality and virtuous nature today? James Madison, quote, "To suppose that any form of government will secure liberty or happiness without any virtue in the people is a chimerical idea," meaning it's a monstrous idea, not possible. All right, let's swing over to Thomas Jefferson, Tommy J. Quote, "No government can continue good but under the control of the people, and their minds are to be informed by education what is right and what is wrong, to be encouraged in habits of virtue, and to be deterred from those of vice. These are the inculcations necessary to render the people a sure basis, the structure and order of government." Okay, I've got two more. How about Patrick Henry? A vitiated, impure state of morals, a corrupted public conscience is incompatible with freedom. Okay, and the last one to really drive the point home, Sam Adams. Quote, "Neither the wisest constitution nor the wisest laws will secure the liberty and happiness of a people whose manners are universally corrupt. He, therefore, is the truest friend of the liberty of his country who tries the most to promote its virtue." We have independent founding father quotes right there, all linked in the description box below. With that being the foundation of this video, let's go to what Louie Ghomert said, because this is something, it's about what's in here and in here, not right here. The House Judiciary Subcommittee on Crime, Terrorism, and Homeland Security held a hearing Thursday on finding a solution to gun violence. And the difference of opinion between Democrats and Republicans was put on full display. Well, of course it was. Leave that there. Passions ran high given the sensitivity of the issues involved as liberal lawmakers focused on weapons, the thing right here, and conservatives on the people who use them, the things right here. Representative Louie Ghomert, Republican of Texas, a former judge who handled felony cases, was in the latter group and focused on the need to instill morality in the people, citing Judeo-Christian principles. He went so far as to say it is the bedrock of the nation's founding principles and that the effectiveness of the Constitution depends on it. Now, I'm not suggesting that this is the only way forward. I'm not suggesting it's not the only way forward. What I'm saying is he's citing Judeo-Christian principles. What I'm saying here is the morality and the ethics that are necessary for freedom are what we are starting to lack in this country. That's what he's hitting on. The Constitution will struggle with an immoral people. Last thing, I'm going to drive forward because he said something powerful at the end as well. Quote, "We got to get back to teaching there is a right and wrong, or I agree with everybody here. We're going to have to get rid of the Second Amendment. We're going to have to get rid of freedom of speech. We're going to have to get rid of freedom of assembly," Ghomert said. "This Constitution won't work the way we are teaching children." Now, of course, he's not overtly calling for the repeal of the Second Amendment. He's not overtly saying abolish freedom of speech or freedom of assembly. What he's saying is, without morality, without ethics, the freedoms and the responsibilities that we have will be wasted on those that will abuse it, and we won't be able to have the freedoms and responsibilities that we have that make this nation so incredible. Now, of course, no one wants to get rid of the Second Amendment, at least in this audience, in this conversation, and I definitely don't. But what he's going into here is hitting on something that is heart and mind, not in the hand. If you focus only on the symptom and not the cause, you're never going to find a solution. And that's what I've got for you guys today. Let me know what you think. Did I land that plane correctly? What do you think of Louie Ghomert? Do you think that's onto something or he's not? And I will see you on the next video. I'm Braden. See you later.